Good morning, everybody. Well, welcome to the 9th of October. I think it's the 9th of October. It is definitely October. It's Saturday. It's here in Ontario. It's the beginning of the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Monday, the 11th of October, here in Ontario, is our Canadian Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to our Canadian viewers. And hey, just happy Saturday to everyone else. Jasper here. Whoa, on the trail, the Bruce Trail here in Ontario. The Beaver Valley section, I believe that's section number 7, by the way, of the Bruce Trail in the map kind of identifications. I think Beaver Valley is section 7, Sydenham 8, and then the Peninsula 9, so that makes sense. So this is number 7, I think. Anyhow, what are we doing? Well, we're trying out a little bit of new gear. Not necessarily new, but upgraded. And that is rain gear. And we picked a good weekend for it because just 30 minutes ago, it was raining like crazy. Stopped right off, or back right off now. But we're trying out an upgrade to our Frogg Toggs rain gear. Now, if you watch my channel, and I hope you do on a regular basis, and thank you for that, you'll know that I did purchase my first Frogg Toggs ultralight rain suit. Oh, I don't know, sometime in the spring. And I used the jacket and I used the pants. The pants didn't last very long at all. They did tear right along the crotch kind of stitching, which is a common fault of the pants of that ultralight suit. The jacket, not very durable, super lightweight, quite packable, great wind protection and great water protection for a certain period of time, but not very durable, very, very thin. The one I'm trying now is an upgrade to that, which is the Frogg Toggs Pro Light rain gear line. Again, comes with a jacket and pants in the kit. I paid 47 Canadian dollars for that from Amazon.com or .ca. Round what's that, 35 bucks maybe US. So we're trying that out this weekend. We are on a 2-day hike. We are heading deep into the Beaver Valley, a wild camp, and then returning tomorrow the way we came. So yeah, promises to be an interesting weekend. We have a mixed bag of cookies. We have quite a bit of rain today. We have rain tomorrow, not as much rain tomorrow as we're supposed to have today. And as I say, just 30 minutes ago it was raining quite hard. And on the drive up to the parking area where I park for the 2 days, it was raining hard there too. Okay, let us just lay down a few miles and see how the day progresses. Absolutely beautiful fall colors here in the Beaver Valley. We just finished a climb. What a little rest spot. A little bench here. We've been here before. I normally wouldn't take a break here of any kind, but it's not raining right now. My base layer is a t-shirt, and my Frogg Toggs jacket, the Pro Light that we're trying out this weekend, well, it's quite warm. And so I'm sweating quite a bit. I'm going to take the jacket off. It's around 15, 16 degrees Celsius, so it's not particularly cold by any means. Yeah, take a look at the sky. You can see it's got lots and lots and lots of character, and it actually just shows off so well the contrast between the fall colors and the absolutely beautiful, beautiful gray sky. My goodness, guys. I prefer this kind of sky over a blue, sunny sky. As a photographer, oh yeah, it's just perfect. In fact, just take a little look at this side. Just stunning. Oh yeah. Take a look at these colors. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, it is. The trail today. Well, 3 factors make it slippy today. Obviously the rain. Not raining right now, but it did rain a lot last night and through the night, earlier this morning, as I mentioned. So we've got kind of a thin layer of mud. On top of that, we have the fallen leaves. That combination right there of fall leaves and a layer of mud and moisture make for a very slippy trail. Thirdly, the footwear today. Well, as pretty much always, we're using Ultra Lone Peaks today. And the ones I'm using are the ones I did the Colorado Trail through hike this year with. Now, before I started that through hike, they had maybe 50 to 100 kilometers on those Lone Peaks. Another 800 kilometers doing the Colorado Trail through hike. Since I've been home, another 250 kilometers on top of that. So we're somewhere around 1,100 kilometers on these Lone Peaks. Now that is pretty much their lifespan as far as being trail-worthy shoes, footwear are concerned. Now, keep in mind, extremely comfortable, lightweight, wide toe box, lets the toes kind of splay out nicely. Example, I have used Lone Peaks, wow, for my Bruce Trail Yo-Yo, for the Ganaraska Trail through hike, for the Oak Ridges Trail through hike, for the Colorado Trail through hike, and I cannot tell you how many more hikes and hundreds of thousands of kilometers I've put on Lone Peaks. And to this day, I've never once had any kind of blister or foot problem, pain of any kind in my feet. It's the only footwear I can truly say that of. Before the Lone Peaks, and I would use the next set of shoes I'm going to mention, I would use these again, which are my ASIC Gel Venture 7s, and I have a new pair of the extra wide in my hiking storage closet, and I also have a new pair of wide in the ASIC Gel Venture 7s. The wide is just not wide enough for through hiking, but great for day hikes and general use. And the extra wide is great. It's a perfect shoe. Very, very comfortable, great traction. The only problem with that shoe for me is they're touted as being water resistant / waterproof. I, as you probably know, do not like waterproof shoes for hiking, simply because they're designed to keep the water out. But when they do get water in, the same design that's designed to keep the water in out will also keep the water in, so they can stay wet for a significantly long period of time, if not days. And that is just a disaster as far as blisters and foot problems on a through hike is concerned. Wet feet for a period of time. Ultras, they're not waterproof. They get wet. A couple hours later, they're dry. It's the way they're designed, it's the way they work, it's the materials that's used. They are the #1 choice globally of the through hiker, the Ultra Lone Peaks. Backed up closely by Ultra Timps and Ultra Superiors. I have a brand new pair of Superiors at home in my hiking storage closet. So, hey, the fact that these shoes are well used and the tread is maybe down to about 30% of what it was when they were new contributes to the slippiness of the trail with the mud, the wet leaves, and so on. But they cost me about, usually, if I had to buy just a new pair at the regular pricing, would probably be around 170 to 200 Canadian dollars if I can get my size 14s. I like to go a size bigger for through hiking. You should too, by the way. Anyhow, every now and then I do come across some that are a good deal. I've paid as low as 100 or even 95. I've paid 110. I've paid 125. I just got a pair in that I bought from the States off eBay, and they were used, not used too much, but I paid 100 Canadian with shipping and stuff. And I would do that simply because rather than a new pair of some other brand, I would still go with a used pair of Ultra Lone Peaks. They're that good. Okay, so that's a little bit about the trail, and again, a bit of a refresh of my kind of school of way of thought, of thinking about footwear on the trail. Waterproof, never, never, never. Extra wide toe box, always. Yeah. Okay. We're doing just fine. It's a beautiful morning. I've only seen a couple of early morning trail runners out here so far with their dog laying down some trail miles. Obviously their morning exercise and so on. I've seen no other hikers. Little shout out, by the way, to a through hiker that's on trail right now. This particular young lady, she started in Tobermory, so she's a solo hiker. Her attempt of the Bruce Trail through hike started, I forget, I don't know, a few weeks ago. But she's doing just fine. So she left Tobermory. About a week ago, she passed through the Blue Mountain section, or this section where we are right now, which is the beginning of the Beaver Valley section. If you're heading north, it's the beginning, so the south end and the north end of the Blue Mountain section. So she passed through here about a week ago. She did send me a message telling me this is where she was, and the fact that she's doing fine and so on. I think just a couple of days after that, she was down in Lavender at the end of the Blue Mountain section. So she'll be pushing well south now, probably Toronto section or maybe even the beginning of the Iroquois section, I don't know. But you go, Scully Brown. Maybe we could, I don't know. She does have a YouTube channel, a small one, I think. Maybe we could look at that, Scully Brown. Maybe give her a little bit of a push. If anybody sees Scully Brown out there on trail, give her some encouragement, show her a little love, because she's doing the amazing through hiking the Bruce Trail, a continuous hike, continuous through hike. So she's not taking years or months or anything like that. She's doing the real thing, the real through hike. Okay, a little shout out to Scully Brown there. Whew, the trail. Well, we are doing great. What we got here, we got the Len Gertler connector. Sorry about messing you around there. Side trail right there. But our trail, and that side trail goes that way, by the way. But we're making a right here. We are in the Laurie Forest, by the way. Oh yeah, you know that. We've been here before. We've been here many times. One of my most favorite places. You know, from the moment I set foot, say in the Niagara section, to the moment I leave the trail, say in the Tobermory area or the Peninsula section, there is no favorite. Every bit of this trail is amazing. It's challenging. It's exciting. I just love to be anywhere on this trail. Yes, I do. Okay. I'm sure you folks would like to listen to me babble all day, but you know what? I'm going to deprive you of that. I'm not going to babble all day. Okay, let's keep moving along here. By the way, a little something I should just clarify in regards to footwear, or come to think of it, anything else that I talk about on trail. We just finished talking about footwear and the fact that never ever waterproof footwear. Now, all my gear, my advice, my experiences, and everything I say is based on through hiking. It's based on being out on this trail, or a trail, for anywhere from several days to several months. It's not at all intended for people that may say go out on a Saturday morning and do a 3 or 4 hour hike, or a couple of evenings during the week, or something like that for a couple of hours on trail. By all means, waterproof footwear is great in that regard, because it probably will keep your feet dry for that period of time and comfortable. And if not, then you're not in them long enough to cause any foot problems. Whereas on a long distance trail, several days to several months, you will be. So just wanted to clarify that. Everything I speak about, talk about gear-wise, is with through hiking, long distance hiking, section hiking, and so on in mind. So I just wanted to, you know, I'm not totally against waterproof shoes. I'm just against waterproof shoes for what I do. The through hiking, the long distance hiking. Again, the hike that's going to take from several days to several months. Thought we'd better clarify that. Okay. Whew. Humid, but still, the rain's holding off quite a bit. Well, thick clouds ahead of me here, above me. And it looks like it's been recently raining right here. I mean, within the last, say, 30 minutes, because it's totally wet as the ground. By the way, this trail in the wintertime, too, is a beautiful, beautiful trail through here. Just gorgeous. Okay. Well, everybody, we just had a lunch break. Probably sat for 20 minutes. And I was going to film what I was having, what I was making, but the rain would come and go, come and go, come and go. It never developed. I just got fed up of taking the camera out of the bag, back in the bag, out of the bag, back in the bag. Anyhow, no video or no filming of lunch, but I'll tell you what I had. I had a can of ham, one of the small like salad cans of ham, salad ham, with instant mashed potatoes and coffee and a Big Daddy oatmeal raisin cookie. So yeah, that was my lunch break. Whew, it's a little after 1 o'clock now. We crossed highway, I guess it's 119, about 20 minutes before we stopped for lunch. So our lunch break was about 20 minutes long. But I was ready for lunch. I was very hungry. I felt hungry. I feel better now. Got more steam. Trail, well, the water, the rain, it's just had more time to sit on the trail, which has made it that much softer, muddier, and so on. And again, as we said earlier today, with the leaves on there, very slippy, challenging, but still beautiful. Just absolutely gorgeous to be in this forest. Just take a look. Absolutely beautiful trail. There's just a little bit of kind of, well, not much of a crunch underneath your foot because the leaves are wet. But on a fall day like today, when the leaves are dry, you can hear a person coming from quite a ways away simply from the crunch, crunch, crunch of stepping on the leaves. But just not today. Anyhow, it's beautiful. I'm delighted to be out here. Not sure now, as I say, Thanksgiving weekend, not sure how many more opportunities I will get this kind of, or in this year, to kind of get out for overnight kind of camps. There'll be lots of day hikes, of course. I do that all year round, but to get out on trail for 1 or 2 nights, also like 2 or 3 days, is really nice. Just not sure how much more of that I'll be able to do. Anyhow, while we're out here this weekend, let's enjoy every moment, every step. Because as I always say, you just never know when you make it back this way again. Okay. Keep going. This particular trail takes us through farm fields, and as we can see, they are occupied today. Yeah, lots and lots of cows in the field. The afternoon goes well, getting closer and closer to our wild camp location, but we've still got quite a ways to go yet, but we are getting closer. Closer than we were this morning, that's for sure. Oh. If you look through the trees, beautiful fall colors through there. Yeah, it's nice. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful way to spend a weekend, or a week, or a month, or 6 months on trail. I love it, really do. And this being October, it's still a long ways away to the 2022 through hiking season, and what adventures that will bring, and what trails we will be hiking. But I can't help think about the Arizona, and I would love to go back to the Colorado Trail. I wonder if a Colorado Trail yo-yo could be achieved. I don't know. The Appalachian, of course. Whew. Florida Trail, of course. And then some more Ontario trails, of course. But I tell you what, we'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow on the way back, as we will then be in day 2 of our 2-day hike. Okay, well, looks like we've got an obstacle to climb here. Just taking, a final break. It's around 3:15 in the afternoon. My location, well, it's actually beautiful. I don't know if you can see the colors through there. Just gorgeous colors on those trees. Take a look there. We're at what I call the Wendy's bench. This bench, it was placed here, and I guess maybe, well, let me read you the plaque. It just says, Wendy loved the Bruce Trail, and I loved her. So that's what it says. So somebody who obviously loved Wendy has placed this bench on the trail for maybe hikers to sit and relax and so on. And often this will be my last resting place before the final push to my destination. It's not that far away from here, maybe 45 minutes, an hour, maybe, I don't know. Take a look at this forest, so beautiful. The colors are amazing. For the first time today, the sun is peeking through the clouds, just in time or thereabouts for our arrival at our camp spot for the night. Hey, but it's still been mild all day because I pretty much sweat all day. Hasn't been cold. So yeah, we are arriving, well, we will be in about 15-20 minutes, arriving at our camp spot for the night. I just wanted to show you a little bit of the trail, a little bit of sunshine, because it's been grey most of the day. But it's been a lot of fun just getting here. Great exercise, that's for sure. As of yet, today, we haven't really had a big opportunity to try out the Frogg Toggs jacket, the Pro Light, but I'm sure it's fine. I am noticing, somebody asked me this question a couple of days ago, how packable it was compared to the ultralight. I said at the time it was about the same, but I'm noticing it's quite not. It's just slightly bigger as far as packing is concerned, and that's simply because it's the polypropylene material, the same material that they make the ultralight jacket with. But what makes a Pro Light jacket and pant more durable is it's simply a little bit thicker. It's still super light because the polypropylene material is very light indeed, but it's just a slightly bigger pack size. So just wanted to throw that in there too. Okay, I will talk to you when we get to camp. Okay, so this is one area where a person can camp. Fire pit right here, covered in leaves, but spots everywhere. Big logs for sitting on, which is just great. And they're hard to distinguish right now, but there's lots of spots available, just covered in leaves, but lots available. I would probably pick this spot right here as my camp, if I choose to camp here. That spot right down there, I'm going to put an X. X marks the spot. That will be my campsite. There's also more camping available. Just a little further down trail, 5 minutes. There's the water source, the river, the natural spring, and so on. And there's all camping through here. All this is camp area, campsites. Sometimes I've seen this with 10 tents or more. Hikers, climbers, mountain bikers, and whoever else camping here. Today, right now, there's no one, and that's probably because of the rain. I would have thought there might have been people out this weekend because it's a holiday weekend, but maybe the rain has kept people away, hikers away. I've seen lots of people on trail, but they've just been out for rather a trail run or maybe a day kind of hike, half a day hike, that type of thing. Okay. Let's carry on and let's go to the next area that has camping available, because we also need to get water, and that is at the river, which is at the next camp spot. Okay. So when I arrived at the second camp area, and where we get the water from, which is actually this little creek, river, stream, right here. It's beautiful water, by the way, just gorgeous water. It's covered in leaves, but it's gorgeous water. There's a pipe ahead of me. You probably can't see it in the GoPro, but that's naturally filtered water, and people come from miles to get that. But when I arrived here, people already had a fire going in the pit, and they were cooking hot dogs. They gave me a bag with 4 hot dog buns in it. So that's trail magic right there. Here's my pack. I'm going to have my dinner here, but I elected to set up camp over here. Now, the reason why I did this simply is because grass, nice flat kind of beautiful soft grass, is a special occasion, if you will, on trail. Quite often it's rocky, uneven, or just brown ground or whatever, but grass is always a choice kind of location. We've got beautiful colors right here in those trees. My tent I've just finished setting up, and we're right on the corner again. We camped here about a month ago, by the way, if you recall that. But anyhow, the camp right here, my copper spur, my Big Agnes copper spur UL2. So I'm set up for the night right here. Secondly, when you're not right inside the trees, open sky ahead of me, as gray as it is, open sky ahead of me, it gets lighter just a little earlier than it does when you're deep inside the forest. So yeah, heading back to the fire pit, gonna make myself my dinner, which will be probably, I think I might do a ramen noodle with a bacon jerky and maybe a couple of hot dog rolls with coffee, of course. Okay. The end of day 1 of our 2-day hike. Perfect. Okay. We have a trail runner with her dog. Okay. Here we go. Let's make dinner. Coffee's good. Ramen noodles, bacon jerky in my Tupperware. Sun just came out again. 5 minutes ago it was raining. Very, very, very unsettled weather. Wow. I think tomorrow's going to be pretty good. I think it's going to be a nice day. I think it's going to be a nice hike back to where we started tomorrow. But we'll see. I think we're going to get a little bit of rain through the night. But that's okay. Oh. Beautiful way to end the day on trail right here. Wow. One more time, we're so blessed to be out here. Tastes good. Just add, if I can, get this open. Just maybe a spoon of potato. There. That can be pretty much perfect. That, by the way, is a traditional ramen bomb. Oh yeah. Okay. Let that sit just for another minute. And dinner will be ready. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Well, welcome to day 2 of our 2-day, 1-night hike in the Beaver Valley section of the Bruce Trail. October the, 10th today. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so it has to be the 10th today. Oatmeal. I think this one is the maple brown sugar or maple cinnamon, something like that. Coffee. A beautiful view across the meadow of fall colors. Rain last night. Just stopped. Oh, well, early evening, probably around 7 it started rain, and it rained till about 10 or 11. Then it stopped. Started again at about 4 and rained hard. Hard till maybe 6:15. And it just stopped. I jumped up, packed up all my gear, got my headlamp on, headed down the trail. It hasn't rained since, and the weatherman says it won't, although it looks like it could at any time. Whew. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful early morning. Breakfast in the forest, the countryside, the trail, absolutely perfect. It's good. It really is nice. Just taking a moment. Oh, I know, we've got 30 kilometers to do. Well, a little less. We've already done some. We've been hiking an hour. But it's always nice just to relax, especially early on in the morning with your coffee. And just take a little bit of time for yourself. Ponder why you're here. Absorb being here. I say this many times, you just never know when you'll be around this way again, and what's going to happen tomorrow in your lives. So always, always, always just take that moment, that few moments of time, just for you, just to embrace, to enjoy, to absorb what's around you. And you know, yeah, if coffee's your thing, just to enjoy your coffee. It's my thing, especially on the trail. My goodness. I'm just sat, I'm going to show you where I am. I'm just sat just at a little meadow, if you will. Some trees in the distance with the fall colors. Beautiful. It's gray, of course it's gray. We just spoke about that. It's been raining all night. But you know what? It's absolutely beautiful. The morning birds, the wildlife. The trail, well, it's just discolored grass right to my right. We're going to be heading into the forest again. Yeah. I've hiked with different people at different times, and it's great, don't get me wrong. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. But I do also like to hike alone quite a bit. Sometimes we get wrapped up, and I do too, get wrapped up in getting those miles done. And it's important because if you're doing a through hike, you have so much food to get from one, say, community or town or store to get to the next one where you can resupply. So you have so many days of food, so you have to do a certain amount of mileage each day to make that work. I get that, I understand that totally. Also between water sources. But having said that, it's still so important to take those few moments whenever you can, just to enjoy where you are, what you're doing, and who you are. We learn so much about ourselves from being out here. I do. It constantly makes me want to be a better person. It really does. Along the edge of this meadow, and contrasting with the gray skies above and blue skies, we have a row, an edging, if you will, of beautiful fall colors going all the way along the side of the meadow, right along the side of the trail. Wow. Now this is just gorgeous through here. It really is. Temperature, 23, 22, 24 degrees Celsius. Sun's kind of out and in, definitely clearing. More and more blue sky building. I don't know what time it is. It's got to be somewhere around noon, something like that, maybe 12:30. I don't know, but I just wanted to share some of these beautiful fall colors along the side of this trail because, you know, hey, you only see them once a year, and then that's only if you're here. Oh yeah, you got to get out there. You got to get on trail to really experience the colors. Just beautiful. Oh yeah, just gorgeous through here. So, as you know, or you may know if you're a regular subscriber to my channel, over the last, a while anyhow, we've been doing a bit of a kind of a fundraising drive. And we did this, or have been doing this, and continue to do this with the sale of Tyvek footprints. Now these footprints come slightly bigger than you would need for a two-man tent. So you can trim with a pair of household scissors the Tyvek to the size that you need for your particular tent. They're probably the least expensive and most durable and probably the lightest footprint that a person can get. I use one. I have one in my pack right now that I used last night. But with this same one that I used last night, it also did last year's Bruce Trail Yo-Yo. It did this year's Oak Ridges Trail. It also did this year's Colorado Trail, and numerous 1- and 2-night hikes in between. So it really is an efficient and inexpensive way to protect the bottom of your tent. It's a footprint. It's $20 the Canadian. That includes shipping to a Canadian address. And please just email or e-transfer the $20 to trailnamejasper@gmail.com, and I will get you one of those out by return mail. Now, I only have, I think, a very few of the Tyveks left. So it's first come, first served on those. A big thank you to all the people that have purchased a Tyvek footprint from me. The costs, it's about $5 or so for shipping. It's about $5–6 for the piece. It works out to be an $8 profit in Canadian per piece that I sell. That $8 goes directly into the fund to fund our growth. And what that means, what does funding our growth means? Well, it means there's equipment that we need to buy for maintaining our channel. We need to upgrade the video editing software. That is going to cost me $180. Sure, there's free video editing software programs out there, but not suitable for what we're doing. For what we're doing, our upgrade is 180 Canadian dollars. Secondly, the second part of the goal that we're trying to fund is a new vlogging camera, an upgrade to what we're using, and upgrading to the GoPro Hero 10. That in itself is $600. So we're looking at a total of around $780 to fund or complete, if you will, the fund drive, so we can upgrade the software and upgrade the actual camera that we're using. Out on trail in all kinds of weather, all kinds of trail is hard on the equipment, on the camera for sure. With that said, again, a big thank you to all the people that have purchased their Tyvek footprint from me. It's very, very much appreciated. And again, we only have a few left. So first come, first served on those. Secondly, once those are gone, I have no really other way of fundraising. I have looked at different programs. I've looked at the Buy Me a Coffee program. I've looked at the Patreon program. I've looked at a membership to the channel program. But a lot of those programs just don't really work for us insofar as a membership or Patreon, well, that segregates the audience. I don't want to do that. I want to give everybody my very, very best. And the Buy Me a Coffee, well, half of what you send for support goes to the Buy Me a Coffee organization and not to the YouTube creator. So the other option is a Looney Tooney drive. If you guys would consider support in the form of a Looney or a Toonie, or any amount that you can afford, simply e-transfer to trailnamejasper@gmail.com. That in itself, those Loonies and Toonies will go a long way into our fund, into our fundraising efforts, to keep everything moving forward, to keep the channel alive and well, and to keep creating new content. As I say, the software, the camera, it's all very tired now, so we need to get some upgrades done if we can. So please do consider your support, again, to trailnamejasper@gmail.com. Now, it's not a membership. I'm not asking you to send money every month or anything like that. It's just an upgrade, a one-time thing. If we could get these upgrades done, that would be great, because I just cannot afford to do them alone. But anyhow, thanks guys. I wanted to throw that out there. Thank you for the support. It's appreciated. We put a lot of work into this channel, and I do appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Okay, the trail, well, as always, it's exciting. Yes, it is. Okay, let's keep going. Well, we're getting closer and closer to the point from where we started. And of course, that will be also our end point. 60 kilometers over the 2 days. A wild camp. Again, lots of rain last night, as we know. Hey, thank you so much for joining me on this hike. It's been an adventure. It's been amazing, as always. And hopefully there'll be more overnight hikes before the snow comes, before it gets just too cold. But now we're well into October, Thanksgiving weekend, so the kind of overnight hiking season is coming to an end in Ontario pretty quickly. But we've still got some time yet. And then of course it would just be day hikes through the winter. It gets too cold for me to camp in the winter. Yeah. Again, thanks guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Do consider your support. That is appreciated. Thank you. And hey, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I've really enjoyed producing it. It's been again an adventure. Okay, almost back, about a kilometer to go. So we will talk to you guys next time. Bye bye.